In the world of sports, few attributes captivate audiences quite like speed. It's thrilling, visceral, and electrifying to watch. But when speed isn't just used to win, but to humiliate an opponent, it becomes something else entirely, a statement of dominance. Whether it's an NBA guard blowing by a defender, a footballer leaving defenders in the dust, or a sprinter lapping competitors on the track, using speed to humiliate is part performance, part psychology, and part warfare. It can change the momentum of a game, get into an opponent's head, and elevate the spectacle to legendary status. This article explores how players weaponize speed, not just to succeed, but to embarrass and psychologically dismantle their rivals. We'll look at iconic moments, analyze the psychology behind it, and examine why speed is one of the most humbling tools in competitive sports. Speed as a weapon. Beyond pure velocity, speed isn't just about running fast. In sports, it includes acceleration, how quickly a player reaches top speed. Agility, the ability to change direction while maintaining pace. Game speed, the skill of performing actions, dribbling, passing, thinking, quickly under pressure. Explosiveness, the capacity to burst past defenders in short spaces. The most dangerous athletes aren't always the fastest in a 40-yard dash. They're the ones who can combine mental quickness with physical burst at the right moment. When a player intentionally uses this edge to make an opponent look foolish, it enters the realm of humiliation. It's not just athleticism, it's showmanship. Iconic moments of speed-induced humiliation. Let's examine some memorable moments when athletes use speed to absolutely embarrass their opponents. 1. Allen Iverson's first step, NBA. Allen Iverson wasn't the tallest or strongest, but his first step off the dribble was arguably the quickest the NBA has ever seen. He didn't just get past defenders, he left them frozen. His 1997 crossover of Michael Jordan is etched in history, not just because he scored, but because he did it against the greatest. The move wasn't simply effective, it was symbolic. He attacked Jordan with confidence, blew past him, and made the crowd erupt. That move wasn't about 2 points, it was a declaration. 2. Kylian Mbappe's Argentina, World Cup 2018. In the round of 16, French forward Kylian Mbappe turned on the Jets and ran nearly 70 yards with the ball before being brought down for a penalty. He sprinted past 4 defenders as if they were standing still. It wasn't just speed, it was cruel dominance. Each Argentine defender's desperate attempt made the moment more humiliating. Mbappe made seasoned professionals look like amateurs. 3. Usain Bolt easing up. In the 2008 Beijing Olympics, Usain Bolt famously looked around and slowed down before the finish line, still winning gold and breaking the world record in the 100 meters. That gesture, turning his head and easing up, wasn't necessary to win. It was pure humiliation. It told the world, I don't need to try harder to beat you. His speed made victory inevitable, but his swagger made it unforgettable. 4. Tyreek Hill's peace sign, NFL. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill is known for blistering speed. On several occasions, he flashed a peace sign at defenders while running past them mid-play, a gesture that turned his sprint into a taunt. Speed alone didn't humiliate, his awareness of showboating mid-run did. He was so confident in his acceleration that he could disrespect opponents before the play was over. Psychological impact on opponents. Being beaten is one thing, being embarrassed is another. When a player uses speed to humiliate, they're doing more than just executing a play. They're sending a psychological message. You can't keep up. You don't belong on the same field. This can have devastating effects on the opponent's confidence. Demoralization. A player who gets burned repeatedly may start second-guessing their positioning or effort. Overcompensation. Trying too hard to recover may lead to fouls, overplays, or exhaustion. Loss of aggression. Opponents may become hesitant or passive, fearing another embarrassing moment. In team sports, one player getting embarrassed can demoralize the entire unit. A cornerback scorched by a wide receiver, a defender dropped by a crossover. It becomes viral, replayed, and remembered. The role of crowd and media. In the age of highlights and social media, humiliation from speed is amplified. A quick move that leaves an opponent on the ground isn't just seen in the arena. It's clipped, shared, memed, and analyzed. Crowd reactions can amplify the humiliation. Boos, laughter, and standing ovations underline the embarrassment. Commentators often pour fuel on the moment with hyperbole and replays. Social media ensures that one bad defensive sequence can become a global punchline. These reactions can turn a routine play into a cultural moment. The humiliation isn't just in being beaten, it's in how many people witness it. Showboating is sportsmanship. There's a thin line between playing with flair and outright disrespect. Using speed to humiliate often falls into a gray area when it's respected, done within the flow of the game, in high-stakes or clutch situations. Against top-tier opponents, beating the best defender. When it's criticized, excessive showboating, embarrassing inferior competition, trash-talking after plays. Some fans and purists argue that celebrating another's embarrassment is bad sportsmanship. Others believe flair and humiliation are part of what makes sport entertaining. It all depends on context. Speed in one-on-one situations, a personal battle, one-on-one battles, whether in basketball, soccer, football, or tennis, are the ultimate arenas for speed-based humiliation. In these moments, there's nowhere to hide. Every move is personal. Losing the duel in front of a crowd can be devastating. The humiliation factor rises in direct matchups. A defender who gets torched once might recover, but getting burned repeatedly in isolation is a different story. Training to humiliate, how athletes develop killer speed. Players who use speed to dominate don't rely on raw talent alone. Their ability to embarrass opponents is the result of focused training. 1. Explosiveness training. Plyometrics, sled pushes, and sprint intervals build short-distance speed crucial for breakaways and first steps. 2. Footwork and agility. Speed in sports isn't just about straight-line pace. Cone drills, ladder drills, and quick reaction training enhance agility. 3. Gain awareness, reading defenders, anticipating reactions, and timing accelerations perfectly make speed more effective. 4. Conditioning. Fatigue kills speed. Athletes train to stay fast throughout a match because humiliating someone in the 90th minute is even more devastating. Speed and swagger, the entertainment factor. Fans don't just cheer for goals or touchdowns, they cheer for moments, and nothing electrifies a crowd like speed on display, especially when it ends in embarrassment for the opponent. Why does it thrill us? It's primal. Speed is associated with superiority. It's cinematic. The contrast between fast and slow creates visual drama. It's emotional. When an underdog uses speed to embarrass a favorite, it feels rebellious. It's empowering. Speed allows smaller, less physically dominant players to rule the game. Conclusion: speed isn't just power, it's psychological warfare. Speed, when used masterfully, is more than just a physical advantage. It's a tool of domination, a psychological weapon, and a performance art. When a player uses speed to humiliate, they don't just change the scoreboard, they change the atmosphere, the momentum, and the narrative of the game. It's the kind of moment that leaves defenders shaking their heads, coaches speechless, and fans roaring. So next time you see an athlete blow past a defender, flash a grin, or slow down before the end zone, know this: they're not just scoring, they're sending a message. And sometimes that message is louder than the points they just put up.